Hi guys, Samantha from Jessama Tutorials here, and today I'm going to be showing you a fun little technique using a bullseye cane with lots of layers and a ripple blade. So I rolled out a few colours here. I also have a white off to the side here because it won't fit on the tile, and this is what we're going to be using in our bullseye. So I've got Primo Peacock Pearl, Primo Translucent, Primo Bright Green Pearl, Primo Silver, Primo Black, and I've got Primo White over here. So the core of my bullseye cane is going to be Primo Bright Green Pearl, and then with each layer what I'm going to do to create an interesting effect is I am going to wrap a layer of translucent around it, and so that should give it a really cool effect. So just pop this here and then I'll give you the basic idea, and then I'll show you how to use it. Okay, so I'll just take my core and I'll bring over my tissue blades and trim that up. And just cut it so that I can now wrap it. That should be more than enough to wrap. And I'll basically do this with all of my colours. So there, I'll wrap that and then just basically push it up against the edge, then unroll it, and that shows me where I need to cut. Like that. Okay, so that's the first layer. I'll put that off to the side. And then what I want to do basically is I want to have a metallic layer, a translucent layer, an opaque layer, a metallic layer, a translucent, and I'll show you. So we'll bring over the black. Oh, and each of these sheets was rolled through on the middle setting of my pasta machine, which is a 4. And I am using a Jamie Oliver pasta machine, in case you guys wanted to know. Just trim that up. Okay, so it's going to be a metallic layer, a translucent layer, then an opaque layer, then a translucent layer, then a metallic layer, and basically you just repeat that the whole way. So there's the black layer. Now I put another translucent layer over it, like that. Then I'd bring over my peacock pearl, and I'll just squish this down a bit so it's the width of my peacock pearl, and just trim it up. Okay, then I'd put another translucent layer around it, like that. Then I'd bring over my white. And really you don't have to have a specific pattern. I've just got a general pattern in mind. I might break that pattern because I want to put silver in here as well. So we're not going to keep to that opaque, then metallic, then opaque, then metallic pattern. So just wrap the white around it. There we are. What I am going to carry on doing though is a translucent layer between each metallic and each opaque layer. So I'd have another translucent layer now, like that. Now I'll bring over my silver. Just squish this down a bit. Trim that up. And then wrap it around, just like we did with the others. Yeah. Like that. Then I'd put another translucent layer around it, like that. Okay, and then I'd repeat again. So now I would put I'd put the layer of green pearl around, and then I'd just repeat what I've done here one more time, and then we can come back and I'll show you what we'll do next. Okay, so here it is all done. Now if you don't want to use up so much clay, I'm using this much up because I've got multiple techniques that I want to try out, so I just wanted to make one log and that would be it. But if you just want to use less clay, you can use fewer layers, but then the technique doesn't work as well. So the best way to do it is to just have each of your sheets on a thinner setting. So if you wanted to avoid using so much clay, try using each of the sheets on the thinnest setting of your pasta machine, and that will use up less clay. Now you want to reduce it. So I'm going to start from the middle of the cane and start squishing outward. And I'll just continue doing this until I've reduced it down to the amount that I need. And you want to start from the middle because this will squish out air bubbles and it will also prevent too much distortion. Don't worry too much about distortion in this cane, that's fine. The technique that we are going to be doing, it's fine to have distortion, doesn't matter. But it is better to practice your reducing. So I'll just carry on reducing this until I'm happy. Okay, so here it is ready to go. Now this isn't the entire cane, I've cut off a bit, so this is just the part that I want to use. So what we're going to do is we're just going to trim this into logs, like this, and we'll just do that until we've finished our entire snake. Okay, there it is. Now we are ready to form this into our sheet. So we'll just press all the pieces together and start flattening it out. And I just like to squish it with my fingers first, and then I bring over my acrylic rod and flatten it further. And I'm just getting it ready to put through the pasta machine because at the moment it's a little thick to go through the pasta machine. So I want to just flatten it out a bit and then I'll pop it through the pasta machine. Okay, now I'll go bring it over to the pasta machine on the thickest setting, and I'm going to be lengthening these stripes. Like that. Now I'm going to take it over again and I'm going to take it down to my middle setting. So my thickest was a 7, my middle setting is a 4. And there we are. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I just want to trim off these edges and keep these scraps. Okay, and I'm going to trim this in half because we're going to be doing 2 types. So then I'll bring over my ripple blade. And this is the one that I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it so that I'm going perpendicular to these stripes. And this means that these stripes will still appear once we've done our ripple blade. So I'll just show you what I mean. You want a nice steady hand for this. There we are. And just keep those scraps that I shaved off. You can do other things with that. Then I'm just going to go back over on this side and I'm going to trim this up a bit more because this side isn't as deep as the other side. There we are. And again, keep those scraps. And just go back and trim up until you've got a nice clear image. There we go. So that's what it looks like. I'll just check this side as well. Okay. So I'll just bring that up for you to see. So it's kind of spacey in a way. And then what we'll do is we'll just roll this flat, and I roll in multiple directions. And then it gives us that 3D effect. Okay, and I'll just run my finger over to make sure that it's flat. And if there are areas that I missed, I'll just flatten those areas out. There we go. Bring that out for you to see. Okay, now we're going to do the second one. And again, this one is going to be done the same way, except that we're going to be going this way and then this way. And save those scraps. Okay, and I missed a few areas here, so go back over and trim those up. So it's really easy, and I think it gives quite a cool effect. You just need to make sure that you shave it correctly. Okay, now I will pick this up, flip it, and stick it back down to a tile so it doesn't move. And there we are. I think that's a cool effect. And just carry on slicing across the entire piece until you have completed the pattern, like that. And then what you need to do is you just need to go and make sure that you get rid of any bits that are floating around, because there's lots of this stuff still. So just make sure to get rid of those before you flatten it out. Okay. Then I'll lift this up. And then we'll clean up this, just like that. Then we'll bring this back over and we'll flatten it. And again, I'm just going to use my fingers to start flattening it. And I've shown another tutorial with my ripple blade, which was pretty similar, but it gave a completely different look. So I'll provide a link to that tutorial in the links below. And then we'll just flatten it out with our roller. There we are. So that looks really cool, I think. The previous one was a bit more geometric. Just bring that up for you to see. So I like that effect. Then here's the other one. Just move it up so you can see properly. There we are. So that's basically my take on this technique. I was playing around with it and I thought this would look cool. So I think I'm going to call it the rippling bullseye effect. So I do hope that this tutorial was helpful to you, and if it was, please do check out the links below, as there'll be links to more tutorials like this one. And if you like this tutorial, please say so in the comments, as that's always helpful and encouraging to me. And as always, I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.